saying?
I definitely told you I wasn't going back.
Yeah, I told you you ain't going back, and I hope you don't never
No,
go back.
never going back. I'm good.
You know, this really looks good on you, man. This really looks good on you, man. I'm proud of you, man. I want you to keep doing your thing, bro.
And the thing is, like when you know that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you establish yourself. I mean, going back for the right reasons, right? It's the best way. Like I remember going back, and it's just really surreal, man. That I got actually videotape when it was VH1. I got these tapes. I got a lot of stuff where I can look back at and see me sparring in the joint. Like actually sparring me, Jeff Gann, a couple other people, and I'm Bo Massey, trainer. And I'm saying to myself, like, yo, like my first 4 fights. Lou Brown, he's home too. Yeah. When I first come home, I wanted the good work, and I wanted the work where people can really go after me. And I said the best boxing work I can get, training, sparring, is to go back. So we got a clearance. Check this out. When we say you never go back, I know what you mean, never go back as a felon, as an inmate. Yeah. I went back for the first year and a half. Let me tell you what happened after that. Then I'm going to wrap it up. When I went back to Grateford, and then I wasn't going to Dallas, but it was Grateford that was the closest. I was going in Jabbar and Mean when he was living, so he was living, so they had the boxing team at Grateford that I was on for 3 years, then they shipped me to Dallas. But when I went back to Grateford to get the parole from the halfway house during 9 months, I had 9 years back. I was 25 in 88. Anybody remember those years, 88, 89, 90, 91? I'm not supposed to not only been where I'm at, I ain't supposed to not walked off. I mean, I walked off every day of that 9 years parole in the street of Philadelphia in the same neighborhood without a violation. Now, that's motivation to some, and it's angry to some. Because A, how we gonna make our money having you in there? And B, we don't need no positive coming out of a situation like that, so we're gonna shut the boxing show down. They cut every boxing program in 38 institutions from Grateford to Pittsburgh, Cole Township, Smithfield, Retreat. I helped build Retreat. We used to have to get up in the morning, put us on the back of a bus, go to Retreat, do our details. Retreat is a penitentiary. Right. We helped build that. So they had inmates, free labor, right? They give you $1 a month because you're paid, right? If you got a good job, you're making $25 a month. Right. That's free labor. Yeah. So now what they learn how to do is take, because of your decisions or our decisions, they reverse slavery in the point where now they're going to get slave labor out of you. Right. Under your behavior or your bad decisions. So they're camouflaging, make it look, okay, we put it out there, whatever it is, you made a choice, which you did, you gotta own up to it, but you know what? We're gonna benefit off of your decisions. And that's why mass incarceration became privatized. You know, you can't even get stocks in prison, man. They hot. They hot in Wall Street, man. So you gotta understand, they got a store, they gotta feed you, they got commissary. You know how much commissary make a year? Because almost 80% of inmates get money on the books, whether it's $10 or whether it's $100. At the end of the day, they're gonna go to the store. That store is outside. It's private companies that cut a deal with the institution, right, to sell you that poison, that tang, all that stuff, man. Like them boys carrying cancer, man. Then they make their, then they make your own, then they make your own juice.
And that was my celly right there.
But check the move out. Check the move out. When I was kind of graded for 2 years when I first started my pro career, 0-1. I lost my first fight by decision. Then I went back. You gotta remember, it's 88, but then it's 89, it's 90. There were some crucial moments in Black America in the city. So I'm making a choice in my head, like, wait a minute. Am I going to continue to go for this dream that I see, right, on Broad Street in little club fights, getting $100 a round? I said to myself, I gotta go get some good lunch. We was going to Grateford, we was training, they was putting on the news. You know, this guy, I'm 5-1, 6-1, 10-1. Yeah. They start saying, hold up, where did he come from? Yeah. And they always attach my background from where I came from to who I am now. Like, for instance, not now, they don't say it because it became old, but when I got 10-1, 10 wins and 1 loss. They said, who? Where this guy coming from? Because now I took that loss as I'm on parole, that I can't go back, that I can't lose no more. So I got more determined. I started watching what I eat even more. I started being really like obsessed with making sure my body right, everything right to the day, last 28 years. And so this what happened. When they realize that this is something that's going to be a problem to them, who want to not to give motivations to anybody, like anybody else says, read my story, Bungie, who's up there and seen that mural of me.
Keep talking. We're gonna walk over here.
Hold on, 1 second, because I can't lose my
I
phone.
want to ask you a question.
So at the end of the day, this is really important. When I was coming back and forth in them joints, they said, yo, Bernard cannot longer come back here because, I mean, it was myself, my trainer, everybody, it was a big thing. For almost 6 months, they seen the motivation. You know what they said? He said, security risks, inmates getting had, you know, they get excited, we can't control stuff. So what they wanted to do is, they cut me from coming out of there and said, look, you ain't coming up there no more. You know, we don't, they came up with a story. Then they took all the boxing programs from all the prisons. It's been over 50, weights and everything. They're like, hold up, we're not promoting this dude coming home, he paying the government $10 million a year. So if I'm paying the government $10 million a year and I'm paying my taxes, that means I gotta be making $100 a year. Right. So they start doing the math, like, hold up, dude ain't go to school, dude ain't do this, dude ain't do that. And the guy down at Wall Street, you know, with no money, with, you know, all the hair off his face, he's sitting there, I ain't from Harvard, and I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna beat you in the degree up with this, and I'm gonna beat you up with my credibility. Right. So now they can't compete with that. Right. So why do you think they are feared by guys like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, other guys that come out in the industry of music or whatever, and they looking at how this dude take a shortcut, they think. You take a shortcut, and I got a Harvard degree, I'm from Yale, Cornell. They try to intimidate you with their education, right? You know, the clean face dudes, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now at the end of the day, they looking at me, I learned how to take a page out of their book, which is corporate America, and they'll never get a page out of my book because they'll never see the streets, they never know the hustle, and they never know game recognized game.
Right.
Let's go.
Right. Let me ask you a question before we leave though. Do you think that they throw your past, they always indoctrinate your past into your story because they like success stories, or do you think it's more because if you make a wrong decision or make a mistake, they can throw it back in your face?
They always trying to set you up to fail.
Right.
But you got to be that strong, unique individual, man. See, to me, I looked at it as being the things, and everybody don't have that mindset. See, my whole thing is that being locked up is being locked up. But how many people are locked up in this store right now that's mentally incarcerated and don't want parole? I'll leave you with that one.
I appreciate
See, you ain't got to be locked up in jail. That's physical. But when you hear you messed up,